Welcome everyone to another episode of the Train Studio. I'm your host, Sean Morris. Tonight on the studio update, must apologize for the lack of work getting done today. It was a pretty wild day and I was unable to get into the studio until pretty late into the day. Just had some stuff going on at work, so I didn't get near as much work today, but tomorrow is another day, and I hope to wake up early and get in the studio and get a really solid full day's work in. But I was down here for a few hours tonight and I got a little more work done. I started cleaning up the edges of the craters here. I just built up a little bit of flex paste around that so that I can use that to create a little bit of a rise as the snow's kind of been piled from the blasts. And then also I did the snow covering on all the rocks. Sorry, where's the other ones? Here, and then there's a few down here, and then a larger one there and there. So that's basically what I did this evening. I had a viewer comment about getting some more figures on the table to get a better sense of size. That will be done tomorrow. I just have a lot of wet flex paste, so I don't want to put any infantry and stuff down and get flex paste on them. So that I will do. So I did acknowledge that fact. That was said. GB was commenting about snow under the bridge, and you can see that I only have a slight amount on the rocks under the bridge versus everything else. It's slightly built up a little bit more, so that's going to accommodate for any wind-blown snow that goes through. So a good catch by him. But I was kind of thinking the same thing. I just didn't feel that leaving bare rock underneath the bridge would have looked sufficient, so I went with that sort of look. I just want to talk briefly. It's not going to be a long video because I don't have a lot to show you, but I did want to talk about kind of how I was going about doing the flex paste on the rocks. I'm not accommodating for any specific wind direction, so I'm just kind of putting it down where I think look good. So each rock kind of has its own narrative. But what I am doing is I'm building the paste here on the right hand side. See if I can get my finger on camera. So I'm just building it to blend the rises with the bottom of the rock, and then I have some areas where I kind of have it falling over the edge. Now that's a sort of vertical face, but I'm going to build up the snow drifts, so that's kind of looking going for there. I'm going to leave some exposure on top. I know that ideally the entire rock would probably be covered, but I think that would be a bit too much, and it's not going to give you really any sort of dimension or character if I do that sort of thing. So I just sort of flow the snow up onto the stones in various areas, and then with the soft snow as well, that'll blend in some more of the gray, so you will see even more of the rock covered. But this area here with the flex paste, this should show the buildup, the accumulation in certain areas. So hopefully when everything's said and done, I get all that covered, it'll really give it a sense, a wintry sense. So that's kind of what I was hoping to achieve with that. So again, just some more down here covering. Some I have a little more coverage on, some I have a little less. This one over here just kind of got build up on the flats, and then again there. So every stone's kind of covered. For the houses, I was speaking again about the houses. I was talking about filling in the bombed out sections, but for the houses I'll probably just do a little bit on the peaks, and then a little bit along the eaves, maybe a bit on the windowsills here and there. Not every windowsill, not every peak's going to be fully covered. It's just going to kind of be a willy-nilly approach to this, and the beauty is I can always add more snow later if need be. But so I do apologize for not having a lot more done tonight. Like I said, this is pretty much ready to go. The only thing I have left to do on here is this last row of tiles. I just have to do the road edges, so that will be priority 1 tomorrow, and then priority 2 will be moving down and doing basically what I've done here on these tiles. So I'll probably do a full shift tomorrow. Move these down there and move those up there, and then you guys will have a whole slew of videos that will be focused on this sort of other aspect. I want to change the tone of this. I'm going to paint the whole thing. Actually, I'm going to ink the whole thing and get it to one color, and then I'll change a few hues. This is actually the same product, but as you can see through manufacturing runs, there is slight variation even amongst a product that's produced. So that will be changed, and I'll get that back to one color before I start altering it. But hopefully you guys will be around tomorrow, because I hope to get up 3 or 4 videos throughout the day tomorrow, just as I transition through the pieces. So I'll make it up to you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you guys will stay tuned. So cheers.